Hey guys, I'm Shantanu Udasi back again with another video for Analytics India magazine capturing everything that is concerning to the world of artificial intelligence. I have gathered around some stories, so let's just not waste any more time and just jump right into these. Our first story is AI adoption going way too fast? So the real concern or the optimistic side of AI adoption going way too fast during COVID is captured beautifully in this article. We start with some statistics according to the KPMG survey. So according to this survey, the adoption across industries has increased massively. According to 93% of the respondents in the industrial manufacturing sector think that their current organization makes at least moderate use of artificial intelligence in its operations or functions, with 49% claiming that artificial intelligence is fully functional at a scale in their firms, which is 37% higher compared to last year. And the percentage growth in every industry is massive, and it is largest in the manufacturing industry with 55%, tech industry comprises of 49% increase, retail industry same 49%, life sciences 47%, financial services 37%, government 37%, and healthcare 35%. So there are also some concerns with this rapid growth of artificial intelligence and its use in various industries is that except healthcare, every major security has experienced cyber security breaches. And for the healthcare representatives, the biggest concern was privacy violation. Other major problems included potential biases in AI systems and surveillance issues. Meanwhile, the concentration of wealth in AI industries have also raised concerns among few people, and it has raised a few red flags. According to a report by the National Bureau of Economic Research, intelligent automation through advanced technology like artificial intelligence risk widening the gap between the rich and the poor. So some of the respondents raised a question about artificial intelligence ethics. So on the flip side of that, we can take some positives from this survey too. For example, 93% of business leaders in the financial service industries were confident that artificial intelligence can help detect fraud. Similarly, 75% of government decision makers are optimistic that artificial intelligence will help improve bureaucracy. So finally, the pandemic did accelerate AI adoption across the world, but India became leading adopter of artificial intelligence among all major economies amid the pandemic. Around 94% of the organizations think AI will help create more opportunities than posing a threat to their respective industries. Moving on to our next article, a bold claim by Sam Altman that artificial intelligence will generate enough wealth to pay each adult $13,500 a year. So in this article, he has basically compared the AI revolution to revolutions that have taken place in the past in the industrial and manufacturing sector with technological advancements. So here is the official quote from him: "The technological progress we make in the next 100 years will be far larger than all we have made since we first controlled fire and invented the wheel." He has also said that government needs to play a major role if we want to make sure that this wealth is distributed properly. So Altman is predicting that as more and more tasks will be performed by artificial intelligence and not real people, it will be a responsibility upon the government to charge capital rather than labor and then collect it as the form of taxes and then redistribute it among people. He has also said that this kind of system is both pro-business and pro-people. At this point, it is wishful thinking, as it is debatable if ever lawmakers would bring such a plan to fruition, especially within a decade. Moving on to our next story, we have an article which is solving the big AIs energy problems. This article analyzes how the energy problem started in the first place and what are the methods that can cut the carbon emission which is required to run a neural network. So it is pinned down on the large sizes of machine learning models that the carbon emission is increasing day by day. But let's analyze how these models got so big in the first place. So the processors that were used to process complex graphics in video games called GPUs, researchers found out these could be used for deep learning models. And this discovery led to a race to create more and more powerful dedicated hardware for deep learning applications. In turn, the models data scientists created became bigger and bigger. The logic was that bigger models would lead to more accurate outcomes. So as a result, it became a snowball effect, and it continued from 2012 to 2018. And in a 6-year time period, the computing power used for artificial intelligence grew a shocking 300,000 times. So let's analyze now how researchers are working to solve this issue. So researchers have found out a number of ways to shrink the deep learning models and repurpose training sets via smarter algorithms. This type of model will democratize use of artificial intelligence, as it could be used by industries or companies who do not have enough capital to invest in computing power. So researchers are shrinking the models by removing some unneeded connection in the neural network, or by making their mathematical operations and their complexity a bit simplistic. And the good thing is that they are not losing any accuracy in the process. So another major issue in training big models over and over again on new data sets for different use cases. So now they have invented a new technology called transfer learning that can help prevent this problem. So by using this, a model's existing knowledge can be transferred to a new task using a limited data set without having to retrain the original model from scratch. So these are some steps taken into the right direction to reduce the devastating impact of artificial intelligence on climate change. Let's move on to our last story of the day. Octo ML raises 28 million Series B funding for its machine learning acceleration platform. So Octo ML is a company where developers can bring their models, and the service will automatically optimize that model's performance for any given cloud or edge device. So this is something related to what we previously talked about, where we can cut some unneeded connections in our neural network and simplify the mathematical equation of the machine learning algorithm. So this funding has brought their total funding to $47 million. After the Series A funding, the company experienced a lot of customers who are willing to pay for their services, and hence they all decided to take the Series B funding as well. So Octo ML has also made partnerships with some industry heavyweights including Microsoft, AMD and Qualcomm, which were in order to build out the open source components and optimize its service for an even wider range of models. So that is it. Those were all the stories that I had for you today. Please read these articles in their entirety. Links for them will be in the description down below. And while you are at it, please click on that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you never miss any other update from Analytics India magazine.